Hello everyone, TW here, and welcome to my stream of conscious style review of Pokemon Stadium 2 for the Nintendo 64 and not Nintendo Switch. I'll explain why OG hardware is superior, and it's a specific reason, but first, the main gameplay. The big draw for PS2 is that we have 3D Pokemon battles. Trust me, this was a gigantic deal all the way back in the 90s. When all we had were super limited animations, yeah, this is gonna sell kids instantly. And while looking at tad dated, I was surprised at how many Pokemon specific animations there were. Good on you, Nintendo EAD. However, while three-dimensional battling is what initially drew me into this game as a child, it was not what kept me around. Let's be real, you can only do so many battles in a row without monotony setting in. How does Pokemon Stadium 2 spice things up? First up, we have the Pokemon Academy, where you can learn all the mechanics of Pokemon, get tested on it, and then fight a bunch of trainers and hope that you picked the correct Mons. If not, then your victory means about as much as a loss. Needless to say, I'm not exactly fanboying over this particular section of the game. The Game Boy Tower, on the other hand, this is where PS2 shines. If you have a copy of Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, or Crystal, you could play it on your television screen. Thankfully, the previous owner of this game already did a bit of completing of the tedious modes in Pokemon Stadium 2 so I can play at double speed. Thank you, Good Samaritan, your deed is appreciated. And yes, this is my actual save file from like 5 years ago, and yes, I named my Pikachu after the legendary Wayne Static. So if I were to ever review a classic Pokemon title, this would probably be the way for me to do so. Gotta love the little conveniences. And now for the main event, the minigames. Oh sweet Sapphire, this is what really kept me wanting to endlessly play Pokemon Stadium 2 as a kid, and it's also the only real reason to play it on Switch due to the fact that Nintendo, as of this recording, has still not re-released the first two gens, which is just gobsmackingly ridiculous. But let's keep to the Positivity Express, choo-choo, shall we? The minigames here are really fun. Well, mostly. My personal favorites are the Delibird one, where you have to deliver presents for points. Gotta get those same type multiplier bonuses, baby! Next is the woodcutting minigame, which is pure timing goodness. After that, I'd say Hitmontop Beyblade gimmick isn't too shabby. The Eevee one is pretty fun as well, although it's 100% bullshit that can win the first two rounds, get knocked out of the next, then because of that, lose the whole thing. What a rib! I feel like I'm getting Montreal'd over here. And speaking of screwed over, these poor eggs are being dropped down below with the only thing saving them from our watery grave being a Chansey's ability to catch them. Oh wait, the winning Chansey still throws them away. Well, that's dark. The Togepi race is another fun minigame that's basically all skill and no gimmicks, and you know, sometimes that's all one needs. The rest of the minigames are either okay or meh, especially the counting one. Almost impossible to lose that game unless you're playing on hard mode. And that was Pokemon Stadium 2. It's basically a nice little time capsule of where Pokemon was at the time, and unless Nintendo puts the classic Game Boy titles on Switch, you will have to play this on an N64 to get the full experience. As someone who is doing that, I can tell you it's not exactly something you should go out of your way to do, but if you already have the first two generations, then you know what, sure, why not? It's a nice bonus. And that's the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. As for next time, I believe we'll start a bit of a mini marathon of wrestling games. Some good, some not so good, and at least one that'll make you throw your head through a barbershop window like a coward.